Hey there everyone, this is Brandon here from Brandon's Game Reviews, bringing you my next review, which is Tomb Raider 3 for the PC. Now I know I just recently did a review on Tomb Raider The Lost Artifact, which is an expansion of Tomb Raider 3, but it got me thinking how much I actually really wanted to replay the original Tomb Raiders, which is what I did, and it's also why I'm going to be reviewing the original 3 Tomb Raiders, starting with Tomb Raider 3. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the review. Tomb Raider 3 follows the world-renowned archaeologist Lara Croft on her adventure to find the legendary Enfada artifacts. It is typical Tomb Raider with an ancient mythical power at work that Lara must contain before it falls into the wrong hands. It serves the purpose it needs to and is never too complex or too simple. Beyond that, the smaller subplots you experience along the way throughout each section of the game are excellent, with many interesting characters and level designs creating an intriguing world around you. The only downside I can mention is that the subplots do tend to hit a plateau and never continue once you finish that certain section of the game, which leads to minor annoyances here and there. I rate the story a 9 out of 10. As with the other original Tomb Raider games, Tomb Raider 3 sees you guiding Lara from one side of the map to the other. Along the way you must solve puzzles, avoid tons of deadly traps, fight hordes of enemies, and maybe uncover a secret if you so choose. The game also features plenty of old school platforming, where tiny mistakes can lead to disastrous results. It's almost always fun and quite addicting. However, there are some tedious moments of platforming throughout the game where you will find yourself redoing the same jump over and over until you get it just right. When it comes to combat, there is some strategy you must implement, but for the most part it is straightforward shooting. However, with tons of weapons and vehicles at your disposal, I'm sure you'll find many different ways to blow your enemies to bits. The combat is a bit heavy-handed in some levels, specifically in the crash site level where tons and tons of powerful raptors ambush you at every turn, making it quite a chore to do the things you have to do at times. The same goes for the amount of traps in the game. I know the old Tomb Raiders are known for ridiculous amounts of traps, but this game borderlines into unfair at points, with their traps either hidden, causing many unexpected deaths, or traps that you are given a very small amount of time to avoid. However, you will always find your way around them one way or another, and it feels rewarding, but sometimes it does get bothersome. Boss battles are located at the end of each major section in the game. While they are all pretty memorable in terms of design and location, each fight is pretty bland and over with rather quickly. However, props to the final boss of the game. Talk about insanely intimidating. Overall, the gameplay does have its tedious and unfair moments. For the most part, it is a very fun and addicting gameplay experience that will leave you wanting to come back and do some more. I rate the gameplay an 8 out of 10. Tomb Raider 3 is a very old game, obviously, but don't let that fool you. The level design in this game is incredible. The amount of thought, time, and dedication that must have went into crafting each location is clearly apparent. One moment, you're in a lush jungle surrounded by trees, ruins, and wildlife, and the next you're in Area 51 with airplanes flying over you and creepy, futuristic technology galore. There truly is a visual story in every level in the game, and while there are a couple of pretty blandly designed levels, such as Caves of Kalaya, Temple of Puna, and RX Tech Mines, for the most part you will find yourself enthralled and totally engrossed with the creative and expansive visuals in each level. I'm going to rate the graphics a 9 out of 10. I feel that Tomb Raider 3 has the best soundtrack out of any Tomb Raider game ever. It is so memorable and exciting, constantly providing the perfect tone everywhere it is used. The sound effects are very repetitive, but at the same time iconic and catchy, and they're never hard on the ears. The voice acting in the game is a bit funny. Sometimes you really can't understand what they're talking about or saying, but Lara's voice is fantastic as always. I rate The Sound of Music a 9.5 out of 10. If there's one thing everyone loves about the original Tomb Raiders, it is the incredible sense of mood and atmosphere that captivates you every step of the way. Tomb Raider 3 is very strong in this area as well. Every level gives you just the right mood and tone, and it varies between each level, giving you many different ranges of experience and feel throughout the game. Don't even get me started on the Nevada levels. Those levels are so unbelievably epic and atmospheric that it's hard for me to explain. The Area 51 level in particular is my favorite in the game, and possibly my favorite level in the entire Tomb Raider series. It is just so creepy and mysterious and well designed. I love it. Despite all of that, there are certain levels in the game that lose this feel and become sort of bland feeling, specifically the Antarctica section. But for the most part, Tomb Raider 3 really evokes the best feeling while you play it, and it all is just so captivating. I rate the atmosphere a 9 out of 10. Personally, I have never had any legitimate issues with the controls in this game. Of course it's clunky and tank-like, but that's due to its age. I have played it both on the PC and PlayStation, and I far more prefer the PC controls. They feel fluid, responsive, and well mapped to the keyboard. And considering the game's age, I think that's pretty impressive. I'm going to rate the controls an 8.5 out of 10. Tomb Raider 3 is a seriously memorable experience, with a neat little story, fun weapons and platforming, tons of secrets to find, incredible level design, and an epic soundtrack. It sticks out to me as one of the better games of the original Tomb Raiders. It has its faults with an overabundance of unfair traps and tough enemies, as well as a couple of pretty aggravating and bland levels. But for the most part, you will seriously enjoy and remember your time playing through this classic game. I rate Tomb Raider 3 an 8.3 out of 10. Thank you for watching, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed. My next review is going to be on Tomb Raider 1. I know that this order might seem a little bit funny, but I'm just kind of doing it how I'm replaying the originals. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!